This is Andrew, and welcome back to MADMAN Review. And today we're going to talk about the backup firearms that you should keep in the stash of your ride, just in case. Having a backup firearm is like having a fire extinguisher at your home and a spare tire in your car. Having backup firearms is especially important if you live in a rural area where you may need them for home defense or to get rid of pests. The risk of theft is pretty high there, and the police are not going to arrive on time. So the only option left is to defend yourself. Many people also believe that the increase in safety and utility is worth the hassle of carrying around an extra firearm. One argument I have seen is that if you want to carry concealed, that gun needs to be on your person at all times. We need to consider whether it is practical in this context. Yes, it is practical if you carry one on your person when you're walking around, but having it sitting in a holster might be uncomfortable if you are in a car. I believe that putting it somewhere accessible will be just as effective and more comfortable. After buying a trunk gun, you also need to consider how to keep them safe from thieves as well. So you should consider investing in a solid gun safe for your vehicle. Similar to your gun, it is never worth sacrificing reliability for a bit of affordability. Maintenance is also important. In humid climates, your firearms can get rusty very quickly. It does not matter how you store it and what gun you purchased. Make it a habit to check and clean it every week. Better yet, use a ruse preventative. Of course, you need to check with the local laws about firearms and vehicles. Also, the risk of theft depends on where you live and the places you usually visit. With that out of the way, what are some types of guns to have in your truck? General purpose rifles. If you are unsure which gun to take, you go for a general purpose rifle. It is basically a jack of all trades that can pull its weight in any situation. It works for self-defense and hunting alike. Of course, that also means that it is worse than other rifles specifically built for self-defense or hunting, but it's still an overall great option. A few rifles come to mind here. These include a Winchester 94 and 30-30 Winchester, a Marlin 336, a Ruger Scout Rifle in 308 Winchester, or a Springfield Armory St. Victor in 308 Winchester, or similar AR platform rifles. All of these are reliable, proven, and pack enough punch to deal with almost every threat, other than a nuclear fallout. Also, all of them cost around $1,000, so I would look into the used market to find a bargain. Don't worry about durability. These things will live longer than you, so it's worth the investment, new or used. Rimfire rifles. To be fair, it's not the best firearm for your truck. This is even more so if you like to stop and spend some time in the woods. Fortunately, many rimfire rifles are reliable, accurate, and affordable. You do not need to spend much on a backup rifle. If you want a rimfire rifle for your trunk, look no further than the Ruger American Rimfire Compact. It goes for about $300. If you want a bit more kick in your gun, you can get one that is chambered in the .22 Magnum. Compact shotguns. Shotguns are the ultimate defensive weapon. The sight of it alone is often enough to deter attackers. They're effective in that police officers carry them on their rides, ever since they have had rides. A self-defense shotgun gives a lot of power and versatility to deal with anything. If you do not want to splurge on a shotgun but need one that is reliable, the Mossberg's Maverick 88 would do. It is shorter than a meter, has a 5+1 capacity, and goes for about $250. Pretty affordable, right? But if you have the cash, maybe go for the Mossberg 590 Thunder Ranch, which retails for about $600. Either of these will do. Get it, put it in the trunk or behind the seat, and it will give you peace of mind. Not much so for anyone on the wrong end of the barrel when you whip it out. Pistol caliber carbines. Pistol caliber carbines offer several advantages. While having more punch than a handgun, they use the same caliber. This means you can pair your concealed carry gun with a PCC that shoots the same cartridge and preferably also uses the same magazine. This gives you less to worry about. And when push comes to shove, you can feed both guns the same ammo. If you're worried that a 9mm round might not give you the stopping power you might need from a PCC, choose a lever action one in .357 Magnum or .44 Magnum and pair it with a revolver in the same caliber. On a side note, a revolver in .357 Magnum with a 6-inch barrel does achieve more muzzle velocity than a PCC in 9mm with a 16-inch barrel for a similar bullet weight, what gives it quite an advantage when it comes to power. So the .357 Magnum lever action rifle and revolver combo would actually be my pick. Backup handgun. The Ruger EC9 is compact, reliable, and affordable. It is a 9mm pistol that you should have tucked away within reach. It might not look like the prettiest handgun in the world, but it is not exactly for you. You may have your go-to truck gun already, so the Ruger EC9 is best for your passengers. After all, the more guns you have, the better your chances. In an ideal scenario, your truck gun should be the same as your carry gun, but any gun is infinitely better than no gun. This is the one you stash in your truck in case of emergency. Then there you have it, folks. These are the 4 types of guns you should have in your truck. Of course, it all comes down to preference. You might have a truck gun that works for you, and I will say that is fair. We would love to hear from you about what backup firearm you keep in your ride in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like. It means a lot to us. Also, if you want to see more content like this, why not subscribe to our channel? Make sure to hit that bell icon so you do not miss out on a new episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.